Harihi Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patiye Namaha Namasarvebhyaha. Today I am going to cover Sargas 45 and 46. The Mayavi Indrajit had resorted to Nagapasha as the ultimate weapon. The condition of Nagapasha, which had now attacked Sri Rama and Lakshmana, was dangerous and deadly. Sri Rama was still speaking feebly. He called out to Angada and Sushena's sons and all the other warriors, "Please go somehow locate Indrajit." Perhaps Sri Rama wanted to act and do something in response, if at all they were able to indicate where Indrajit was. But their aerial leaps carrying huge boulders and trees looking for Indrajit were all futile. Indrajit now shot even more arrows and hurt Sri Rama and Lakshmana. Valmiki says there was not a spot on their bodies not pierced by the serpent arrows. The black complexioned Indrajit with red cornered eyes, still invisible, called out to them, "Look, fellows, when I am fighting like this, in this battle after becoming invisible, even Indra cannot respond to me. What about you, fellow mere mortals? Bah! I have wound you with arrows carrying crow feathers on their tails. Soon I will send you to Yama's world." Indrajit uttered a loud guffaw as he showered even more deadly arrows on Sri Rama and Lakshmana. He targeted their vital organs. Sri Rama and Lakshmana were unable to see anything now. The two started swaying. Then, one by one, they fell to the ground. They were in utter agony as the serpent arrows continued to torment them. They bled profusely. Indrajit had used specially crafted arrows, Shigragami, Naracha, Ardhanaracha, Anjalika, Vatsadanta, Simmadamshtra, Kshura, and so on. Each of these arrows had a different type of tip and it would pierce the body differently and create a different type of wound. Sri Rama's golden bow slipped from his grasp. Sri Rama lay like a warrior on his deathbed. Looking at him, even Lakshmana, who had a little bit of consciousness, also lost his spirit. Ramam Kamalapatraksham Sharanyam Ranatoshinam Shushocha Bhrataram Drushva Patitam Dharani Tale. Lakshmana was deeply saddened to behold his brother like this, and all the Vanaras with Hanuman in the lead came and saw how Sri Rama and Lakshmana had fallen on the battlefield, bound up by the serpent arrows in a deadly bind and badly wounded. They were all deeply distressed. The Vanaras looked everywhere for Indrajit, as Sri Rama had asked them, and returned without success. They found both Sri Rama and Lakshmana flat on the ground. Vibhishana and Sugriva came to the spot and saw the condition of the two heroes. Hanuman and others joined. There was great despondency in everybody's heart. Sri Rama and Lakshmana were very hungry, very injured, and breathing like the hiss of snakes. They were pierced everywhere by Indrajit's arrows and had bled profusely. The Vanaras shed copious tears. They all looked up into the skies to see where Indrajit might be, but there was no sign of him. But Vibhishana could use his own magical powers and spot Indrajit. Quite near, he was standing directly in front of him. Indrajit boasted to his Rakshasa fellow warriors, "Look at these brothers who killed Dushana and Khara. Now they have succumbed to my arrows. Even if all the rishis and gods come, they won't be able to release them from my Nagapasha, on whose account my revered father was losing his sleep and who brought distress to the whole of Lanka. I have subdued him, Rama, along with Lakshmana, and the Vanaras have felt like wintry clouds that bring no rain." Unable to stop there, Indrajit now started shooting arrows at the Vanara commanders. Several arrows pierced Nila, Mainda, Dvivida, Jambavan, Hanuman, Sharava, Gavaksha, Angada, and then Indrajit let out a huge roar. The Rakshasas considered Sri Rama dead and celebrated Indrajit exuberantly. Indrajit triumphantly proceeded to Lanka. Sugriva was lost in distress and fright. Vibhishana spoke, "Alam trasena Sugriva, Bashpavego Nigruhyatam." Enough of wailing, Sugriva. Pull yourself together. This is a common feature of battles. Nobody's victory is permanent. If our fortune so wills, the brothers will regain their consciousness. We should console each other in the meanwhile. A virtuous hero is never afraid of death. Vibhishana wiped Sugriva's tears, invoked a mantra with water in hand, and wiped his face clean with it. More and more, we shall see in Yuddha Kanda how Vibhishana plays a crucial role at every juncture. He was a good man. He was a Rakshasa who had special powers, but more than anything else, he had dharma in his heart. Such an ally is irreplaceable. Vishnu now told Sugriva, "Sugriva, too much sentimentality in friendship is also inopportune now. Think of what we need to do to ensure Sri Rama's interests. We should protect Sri Rama and Lakshmana's bodies until they are revived. Look at Sri Rama's face. It is radiant and belies any fears of death. I shall meanwhile go and invigorate the Vanaras and resume the battle. We should regroup. We should at once stop the mood of defeatism in the Vanaras. I shall go and energetically motivate them. While Vibhishana was doing this to the Vanara army, Indrajit was returning to Lanka triumphantly in a procession. Everybody saying Jai Indrajit. He came and met his father with due respect, saying Sri Rama and Lakshmana were dead. Ravana jumped up in delight and warmly embraced Indrajit. He asked for a full account of how Indrajit had accomplished the enemy's death. Ravana felt mightily relieved after a long time, as he had been fearing the worst from his enemy Sri Rama in the heart of his heart. Sri Rama Jayam.